Hello and welcome to the next instalment of our Wales road trip.
Should we send the fat one first? Huh? Should we send the fatty over first?
We are staying in the Elan Valley for this video, but let's go back to 1993, the year when the first high-speed train travels from France to England via the Channel Tunnel. We certainly didn't know back then how that tunnel was going to be a major influence in our future destination as motorhome owners. It was the year when the likes of Jurassic Park was entertaining us on the big screen and Mr. Blobby was UK Christmas #1. Okay, let's not dwell too long on that one. It was also the year that here in the Elan Valley the owners of Gigrin Farm embarked on its huge project of red kite conservation. The red kite is the national bird of Wales, and the conservation of the British red kite is the single longest conservation project ever undertaken. The farm used to be a working sheep and cattle farm, but in 1993 became the Red Kite Feeding Centre. One pair of red kites were roosting on the farm, and as these were the only known pair in the area and red kites were in high danger of extinction, the RSPB were keen for this pair to be fed every day throughout the winter to ensure a consistent food supply. We were not quite sure what to expect, as these are wild birds, so what you are about to see is a true testimony to the importance of the conservation efforts of the last 30 years. He's eating it already.
Let's taste it, make sure it was alright.
So we went and visited all the dams yesterday, and we did about 25 miles, and now we are at a place called Gigrin. I've probably pronounced that totally wrong, and it's where they do the Red Kite Feeding Centre. So it's about 3.5 miles from the site, so we've just cycled here today. A little bit overcast.
Well, it's just south of Raheda.
Yeah.
And it is just south, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on South Street.
South Street.
So we're not entirely too sure what happens. We've booked, and luckily we've managed to get a spot, haven't we?
Yeah.
I think you're supposed to pre-book, but there's space for us.
But we didn't know because he didn't say anything on the leaflet we got.
No.
So he said, "Have you pre-booked?" I said, "No." He could see we was puffing because we've actually made an effort and cycled here. So he said,
really, really big hill, wasn't it?
We can get you in, don't worry.
Oh dear. But yeah, so we're in Hyde 1, and we'll take you there in a minute and show you what it's all about. We're just going to have a cup of tea first, and a gluten-free carrot cake. Verdict on the carrot cake?
We might need another slice.
A donkey's head.
Well, I thought you were going to say something else then.
and the guinea pigs. I put the camera up to the guinea pigs, and I think they wanted to eat the dead cat. They just all came running up trying to nibble at the dead cat.
I don't think they wanted to nibble it.
Yeah. So funny, so cute.
Like a bit of fluff.
Oh dear. Right, let's go and have a look at these. What Hyde 1's all about.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a little bit murky today, but hopefully the hide is under cover.
Yeah, they will be. Needs to be very quick.
You wouldn't think it was nice. It was glorious yesterday, absolutely stunning. I don't know.
Oh, I've took my glasses off, by the way, because it's raining and I don't like to get them wet, but you can see me panda eyes, but Awesome. Hide
So,
number one, that's
here
you.
we are.
That's you. Get in there and be quiet.
In the Middle Ages, red kites were seen as valued scavengers that helped keep streets clean and were protected by a royal decree. Killing a kite resulted in capital punishment. However, from the 16th century this changed and they were thought to be vermin, and the persecution continued as they were wrongly accused of stealing game. Bounties were put on their heads, and as they became rarer, a target for taxidermists and egg collectors. Consequently, they were extinct in England in 1871 and in Scotland by 1879. In 1903, protection efforts started to preserve the red kite when only a handful of pairs remained in mid-Wales. So as we mentioned earlier, this site that you are now seeing is down hugely to this conservation effort. There have been many factors impacting the slow recovery of the population of red kites, and by 1960 it had grown to 20 breeding pairs. DNA analysis has shown that the entire Welsh population is derived from one single female bird. In 1990 there were 100 breeding pairs, and the reintroduction of red kites began in England and Scotland. In 2003 there were approximately 350 to 400 pairs, and the numbers have been successfully increasing ever since to now around 1,800 breeding pairs in the UK, half of which remain in Wales. We truly hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're ever in an area where you can visit a red kite feeding experience, then please do make sure to visit. It's your small contribution that goes a long way in helping to secure the future of these magnificent birds. So what did you think to that then, Mr. Brookes?
Well, I'm blown away. That was just absolutely ridiculous. Really unbelievable.
Just what an experience, wasn't it?
I'm trying to point camera and aim at these birds, and they were just too fantastic. I wanted to see everything rather than just a little bit through camera lens, so yeah. I had to keep stopping shooting.
It was I wasn't expecting it to be like that, was you?
Yeah.
I was expecting some kites, to see some kites obviously, but that amount was, oh, how many would you have said there must have easily been 300?
I don't know, there was a lot more than 100. That was for sure.
But it was just amazing how they just kind of came in and just swooped in and just, oh, it's just fantastic. One of the most surreal experiences I've ever done. So yeah. If you're ever here, it's really well worth the £8 each to come in and just to experience it.
You'll never ever see anything like it in your life for £8.
No.
I'm telling you.
And I think as well, I was expecting them just to come in, be around for a couple of minutes and then just disappear, but half an hour, and they're still there doing it now, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're still flying around behind us. But what an experience. Definitely one to do if you're in the area.
Up there, look. It's still up there. Still up there, look.
Yeah.
They're still at it.
Still at it. So that's us. We're going to sign out from here, aren't we?
Yeah, we've got a 3 mile bike ride back
to site, and then we're moving on to another part of Wales. So we'll catch you in the next one.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Catch you soon.
So don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell.
Mm.
Absolutely.
It's important.
Ding ding.
It's important.